अमरीकी वज़ीर ख़ारजा माइक पोम्पियो गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं।
Watch the Taliban's compliance with their commitments and calibrate the pace of our withdrawal to their actions. This is how we will ensure that Afghanistan never again serves as a base for international terrorists. The negotiation process in Doha, with all of its twists and turns, has shown it is possible for us to take this step together. Over the past 7 days, violence levels have reached their lowest point in the last 4 years. U.S. and Afghan forces responded to the reduced enemy attacks by also respecting peace. It was not perfect, but the Taliban demonstrated, even if only for a week, that when they have the will to be peaceful, they can be. The Afghan people have rejoiced. They're moving freely about the country to visit family and friends. They're trading. They're even dancing in the streets. But we're just at the beginning. Furthering the cause of peace will require serious work and sacrifice by all sides. The United States, coalition, Taliban, the Afghan government, other Afghan leaders, and the Afghan people themselves to maintain the momentum needed to reach a comprehensive, inclusive, and durable peace. This agreement will mean nothing, and today's good feelings will not last if we don't take concrete actions on commitments and promises that have been made. When it comes down to it, the future of Afghanistan is for Afghans to determine. The U.S.-Taliban deal creates the conditions for Afghans to do just that. Here's our take. Here's our take on what steps by the Taliban will make this agreement a success. First, keep your promises to cut ties with Al-Qaeda and other terrorists. Keep up the fight to defeat ISIS. Welcome the profound relief of all Afghan citizens, men and women, urban and rural, as a result of this past week's massive reduction in violence, and dedicate yourselves to continued reductions. It is this significant escalation of violence that will create the conditions for peace, and the absence of it, the conditions and the cause for failure. All Afghans deserve to live and prosper without fear. Sit down with the Afghan government, other Afghan political leaders, and civil society, and start the difficult conversations on a political roadmap for your country. Exercise patience, even when there is frustration. Honor the rich diversity of your country and make room for all views. Afghan governments have failed because they weren't sufficiently inclusive. The Afghan government of 2020, and indeed the Afghanistan of 2020, is not the same as in 2001. Embrace the historic progress obtained for women and girls, and build on it for the benefit of all Afghans. The future of Afghanistan ought to draw on the God-given potential of every single person. If you take these steps, if you stay the course and remain committed to negotiations with the Afghan government and other Afghan partners, we and the rest of the international community assembled here today stand ready to reciprocate. I know there will be a temptation to declare victory. But victory for Afghans will only be achieved when they can live in peace and prosper. Victory for the United States will only be achieved when Americans and our allies no longer have to fear a terrorist threat from Afghanistan. And we will do whatever it takes to protect our people. The United States will press all sides to stay focused on the goal of a peaceful, prosperous, and sovereign Afghanistan, and an Afghanistan free of malign foreign interference, where all voices and communities are heard and are represented. This is the only way a sustainable peace can be achieved. And for all of us here, and most importantly, for the security of the American Afghan people, this must happen. Thank you.
अमरीकी वज़ीर ख़ारजा माइक पोम्पियो तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे थे, जहां पे आज अमरीका और तालिबान के दरमियान दस्तखत होने हैं। इस मौके पे उन्होंने कहा कि जो दहाइयों के बाद के इख्तलाफात हैं वो आज तालिबान के साथ ख़त्म हो रहे हैं। साथ ही उन्होंने कहा कि इस अमन मुआहदे के लिए अमरीकी नुमाइंदा ख़ुसूसी ज़ल्म खलीलज़ाद का किरदार काबिल तारीफ़ है। इसके अलावा उन्होंने अमीर कतर का भी शुक्रिया अदा किया कि उन्होंने तारीख़ी मुज़ाकरात की मेज़बानी की। इसके अलावा दीगर जो तमाम ममालिक थे और जिस तौर पर इस तमाम अमल के दौरान मुख्तलिफ फोर्सेस शामिल रहीं, उनका उन्होंने शुक्रिया अदा किया। और साथ ही उन्होंने कहा कि आज जो अमन मुआहदा कुछ ही देर के बाद होने जा रहा है, अफगानिस्तान की आवाम उसके ऊपर खुश हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि अब अफगानिस्तान के अवाम को अपने फैसले करने का मौका इस तौर पर मिल रहा है कि अब इस मुआहदे के बाद अफगानिस्तान के लोग आपस में मुज़ाकरात करेंगे, जिसके बाद किसी मुतफ़िका हुकूमत या किसी तर्ज़े हुकूमत के हवाले से उनका इत्तेफाक राय हो जाएगा। तो आज ये एक तारीखी तकरीब है जो तकरीबन 2 दहाइयों के बाद अमरीका और जो अफगानिस्तान का मामला है वो हल होता हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है। और इस वक्त तालिबान के नुमाइंदे जो हैं वो गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं।
All of you representatives who have come here, who have participated in today's historical event about our country, I welcome you and I thank you. Afghanistan, the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, the Taliban and the United States, successful negotiations and the agreement for the Mujahid nation of Afghanistan, and is also good for the international community. And I congratulate everyone for that achievement. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, with the United States, the agreement that it has reached, we are committed to this agreement to enforce it. Also, we want, as a political force, to maintain with its neighbors, regional countries and international community, we want a positive relationship with all. The Afghan nation has been suffering for the past 4 decades. We have suffered tremendously, and I hope that with the withdrawal of all foreign forces from Afghanistan, that the Afghan nation under an Islamic regime will take its relief and embark on a new prosperous life. We all want to be attentive to the unity and prosperity of our country. For this reason, I call on all Afghan factions to honestly and sincerely for the establishment of a strong Islamic system come to negotiations, and so that for the Islamic values, we all come together for Islamic values around Afghanistan and for Afghanistan. And at the end, I would like to take the opportunity to express my gratitude to the Qatari Highness, and also to the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Abdurrahman Al-Sani, and also for other Qatari officials who, during this long period of negotiations, they supported the peace process and hosted us and facilitated everything for us, and took a lot of favor. I would like to thank them and express my gratitude for that. Also, in terms of peace, and the Pakistan's and thank them for their efforts, for their work and assistance. I would like to thank them for that. Also, I would like to thank China, Uzbekistan, Iran, Russia, Indonesia, Norway, and other countries who supported the peace process. I would like to thank them. And finally, I hope that in the rebuilding of Afghanistan, all of them to participate and to take part in the future of Afghanistan. And thank you so much. May peace be upon you all.
मुल्ला अब्दुल गनी बरादर जो अफगानिस्तान के तालिबान की